We now call cause number 26 CR 59. The state of Texas versus area.
Area.
The emphasis is on the second part of your name, right? Lacaz. You are here with Mr. Dusler, your attorney and the state's attorney. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this indictment and the arraignment here? Can we proceed in summary?
Yes.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about December 20th, 2025, a few months ago, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the first-degree felony of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, namely a knife. Do you understand what you're charged with here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Since this is a first-degree felony, you are facing a term of life imprisonment if convicted, or any term of not more than 99 years or less than 5 years in prison. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand the punishment range you are facing here?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
An agreement's been reached where you would be pleading guilty and placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation. And that can be up to 10 years in length. Is there any restitution? Somebody was stabbed.
There's no restitution. The victim just requests mental health assistance. So I spoke with probation and we're going to do an evaluation and try to get her some help on that side.
Okay, but what happened to the victim? Did he have to go to the hospital or something?
He is not requesting or did not.
What I want to know is if we went to the hospital, did the people pay the bill, or is he just, if they're funding the bill, then she's got to pay the people with this count. They don't want to pay for other people's mistakes. They're paying taxes high already. This is going to be up to 10 years, and you do well, it gets shortened to 1/3 the time, which is 3 1/8. If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. How do you plead to this charge of a first-degree felony of assault, aggravated assault, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty voluntarily, that is on your own free will and because you are guilty?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
There's sufficient evidence supporting the plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. However, based upon the agreement reached, I am going to defer or postpone any finding of guilt so long, conditioned upon you following these terms and conditions of probation, which the probation officer is going to go over with you. Make sure you follow them, because if you failed, your probation could be revoked. You could then be found guilty and sentenced up to life in prison. Do you understand? No less than 5 up to life in prison. So there's a premium here on the requirement of you to follow these rules and conditions of probation. So restitution will be ordered in an amount to be determined after the probation office does a post-sentencing report for it. Okay? And make sure you follow this, and you move on with your life and make better choices. Anything else? No, that is something. Thank you.
You are Jermika August?
Yes.
And this is 21-36752. And Ms. August is currently on probation for, looks like the state jail felony offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle. And there's a motion to revoke that probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so where are y'all on?
We have not entered pleas on this case, Judge. We have discussed if the court would consider entertaining a 1244 due to the fact that she has recently found out that she was pregnant. I think her involvement in this offense would suggest that 1244 might be something to consider. But in all honesty, I didn't send the paperwork because if she's pregnant, if she's having all these issues with the positive test that Ms. Kane can discuss, I want to help her. I want to help the baby more than I want to help her, but I know they won't take her in any of our programs because of that. She's been extended on probation, so
Yes, ma'am.
she's towards the end, and It's my understanding from Ms. Holmes, who's worked very hard on it, that she just wants to sit out her time, but you understand my concern with the situation that she's in. It may not be the right thing to do, just to let her go sit there for a little bit of time, and then we have no idea what she's doing.
And in regards to, I know there was a recent drug patch result. So Ms. August, to my understanding, has denied any substance. The drug patch keeps registering saying cocaine, which was, as I think the results were from last week. And so that's why we asked if she could drug test today, because she has denied being, using those substances. We do understand the concern, but we wanted to, I guess, shed some light or give, I guess, everyone, let them to breathe a little easier with her taking a test today showing she didn't have anything in her system.
And she tested in court also, it looks like March 2nd, and tested negative.
Right.
Is the intention for Ms. August to go today and be
Yes, ma'am.
sentenced? Okay. And Ms. Holmes, will your client waive the formal reading of the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. August, in cause number 21-36752, I have a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. Shows that you were placed on probation November 28th of 2022 for the state jail felony offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle. And that was a 2-year deferred probation, and that's been extended. Is that correct?
Yes.
It alleges you violated your probation. Count 1 alleges that you committed the new offense of resisting arrest, search, or transport on August 10th of 2025. Is that true or not true?
It's true.
Count 2 alleges that you committed the offense of criminal trespass on August 10th of 2025. And is that true or not true? Count 3 alleges that you failed to remain off the premises of any bar, tavern, or lounge, and that you were at Little Woodrow's August 10th of 2025. Is that true or not true?
Sure.
Count 4 alleges that you were at a location other than your residence at approximately 1:37 a.m. on August 10th of 2025. Is that true or not true? Count 5 alleges that you failed to abstain from the use of any and all intoxicating substances, including alcohol, and that you provided a urine sample July 29th of 2025 that tested positive for marijuana. Is that true or not true? And then count 6 alleges that you're behind in your court assessed fees. Is that true or not true? Did you enter your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily? And did you plead true to those counts because they're all actually true? I have some documents here on the tablet that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Ms. Holmes?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
State tenders number 1.
No objection.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Ms. August is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of true to counts 1 through 6 freely and voluntarily. Find those counts true. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty and revoke your probation. And at this time, I find you guilty of the state jail felony offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle. Sentence you in accordance with your agreement to a term of 8 months in the Jefferson County Jail under Section 1244 of the Penal Code. You will receive credit on that sentence for any time that you've been in custody that the law gives you the right to receive. I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows this was an agreement that I followed, so you have waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Ms. Holmes. Good luck to you, ma'am. I really do. We all hope that you make the changes that you need to, so you can raise them. Raise your babies and nobody else. All right, you can go back to the bailiff.